Okay, hello everyone. 23rd of August, another daily technical analysis video here at CM Trading. Now I've got the euro dollar in front of me open. As you can see, euro dollar, we had a nice fall. Now it's going back up again, but that is, in my opinion, going back up for a retest of the highs in order to short again. So today we'll see another up, and probably tomorrow a retest of that high in order to short it down. So let's see what we can do on our charts. Okay, let's just start doing a bit of technical analysis here. Now this is the euro dollar, and from here possibly going to have this level here, so around 1420. Okay, 1420 area. This highs here are going to be a good level to start selling again, just like we did last time. Remember, if you recall, last week we had that short here from the tops from 1350-60 zone. The market pulled back. Now once again we come to that channel top, we'd like to sell again, so be mindful, and that is the kind of action we're going to be taking. Dollar yen is, this is dollar yen. Let's take a look. Let me just reformat my template, and here we go. Right, dollar yen. So here's a bit more, here's something a bit more conventional. There we go. Now dollar yen, as you can see, we had a breakdown. Let me just bring this up a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to see. Let's just do this, and then let's rescale it up and take it up from here. Okay, as you can see, this is a dollar yen. Now what we have here is, as you can see, a channel going down. Okay, this is the channel going down. So these channel bottom areas are going to be a retest where we'd like to buy again. So if the market pops its head down, we buy again in order to go back up to these upper channel levels there. As you can see, we had a nice descending triangle here, nicely broke down, retest, pull back, and now we're kind of floating down to these lower levels here. So dollar yen is definitely worthwhile keeping an eye on, because if it does get down to these levels, we'd like to go long. Right, so that's around the 99 level there. Also, let's take a look at the pound dollar. Very nice. We noted this red line the other week. I'll just make that a little smaller for you. As you can see, we're trying to get to a resistance level here, and it's that red line along here. So once we're in that zone, we'd like to sell around here, and that's around what, 3260 zone there. Okay, along that line. So we can actually, what we can actually do is get rid of this, or what we can do is do this. Okay, there we go. That's kind of a bit of an adjustment on the channel, and this zone here, as you can see, will be our shorting zone on the dollar pound. So it's nice to see the pound going up, recovering, because that's going to give us a better opportunity to short it, and shorting is obviously going to be a better sure sign of making some money on the pound there. So that is the level there. Another currency pair we'd like to look at is a dollar franc. Now dollar franc, as you know, let's take it up a little bit from here. Okay, here we go. Dollar franc. Now, just like the euro dollar fell down, dollar franc pulled up. So what we want to do is we want to see the dollar franc picking up, and where to pick up is a good question. And it looks like it's going to be around this line here. Okay, so around 38 Fibonacci is not a bad level. So the market could come down to around 95-70 zone here. That'll be good, or a double bottom and then a move up. So either way, I think we're okay to go along with the dollar franc when the market kind of pulls back to a double bottom or towards this zone here. So that's something to watch. And dollar Canadian, I'd say, would be doing the same thing. If you recall the dollar Canadian, last week we mentioned that. So what we want to do with the dollar Canadian actually is, let's just get ourselves organized here. Let me just get rid of some lines that are stopping us from getting a good visual. Okay, here we go. There we go. Alright, so that's kind of a top. That's the kind of channel line we have, or similarly, we might just use this one not a bad idea at all. Now, as you can see with the dollar Canadian, there's a bit of a pullback, and that's great. What we'd like to do is have a little confirmation on that pullback with a Fibonacci line, and a good support level is going to be around here. Once again, this Fibonacci level is good, maybe even slightly higher here. Okay, just there. So around the 38 level, or once again, just like the dollar franc, a nice double bottom area on this red dotted line here, because that's the resistance it broke out. Possibly a retest of that line. So if it touches this red line again, it's good to go long. All right, just be mindful, dollar Canadian on that. I think there's some good opportunities coming actually on. Let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. Now that we're talking opportunities, let's see what we have. Now the Aussie dollar, let me just get rid of that, and let's adjust our lines so we can possibly, here we go. Okay, so this is a breakdown, this is a retest, and another nice spot to sell the Aussie dollar would be right here on this line there, which also corresponds to this nice resistance level here. Okay, oh, that's the one actually. There you go. Okay, so nice resistance here around here, which is 76.70 area, which if the market pops up there and touches that red line as well, that's a good spot to sell. So the market might just come and kind of make a U-turn that way, and that wouldn't be so bad at all. All right, so that's definitely worth following as well. Let's take a look at the ZAR. Dollar ZAR, nice. Now this up move we had predicted, so now we have a bit of a pullback, and this pullback will be actually good for the market to buy again. So let's make this a daily and see how we're going. As you can see here, very nice. This is a good area to buy. Also, this area I had mentioned before, this is why my green line is still there, this 1290. Let's just check this. In fact, this 13.0347 level, this 1295 level. Now these are all still on the radar, so any pop down here is once again a great opportunity to buy the dollar with your ZAR. So that's, I think, is also going to be a nice little opportunity there. And let's make this a 4-hour chart. Let's see how that's going. There we go. And we'll pull this up here. Okay, so definitely worthwhile following and see how we go with this currency pair. On top of that, let's take a look at oil. Oil, I did mention shorting from around here, the 51.20, and look at that, that's just a beautiful fall. You should have, if you watched last week's videos, you would have seen that here, that I had drawn this little gap here, and that we were anticipating the oil to pull back. Now, oil has pulled back nicely. Does it have more room to pull back is a question. Maybe down here, we'll see if it pulls back down to around the 47.50 area. Maybe it's worth keeping this line here, this trend line, if you're trading oil, and the market might just wave down towards this line before it either picks up or breaks down. So it's worth following that as well. And gold. Now yesterday, this breakdown was good. The 38 region I said was a good level to sell for a good buy kiss. Market went slightly above that. And there we go. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart and see what happened. Now, when the market did come to 38, this is the 4-hour chart. As you can see, we can see a bit more detailed here. This is 1,340. So I was expecting a bit of a sell-off from here. The market did sell from there. I said 1,338. The market sold off from 1,340, and it came all the way down to 1,335.40 region before it took off again. So now we have to evaluate what we can do. With these levels that we're normally giving, there's always a reaction there. So that reaction is very important for us, because that's where we can cover ourselves and actually take some profit. Now if we do a little bit of a short-term chart here, there we go, 4-hour chart, as you can see we have a descending triangle, all right, on the gold. Now this is quite nice, because this base, if the market keeps going down, descending triangle, and then it breaks down, it'll be a great opportunity to go short there, because then we'll see gold coming all the way down here, or even possibly, let's keep it there, even possibly to lower levels around there. Okay, so we could see gold back to 1,300 if it kind of breaks down from this triangle. So it's worthwhile watching, and as it moves its head up, it's worthwhile selling. Now, like last week, I did mention gold was in a mishmash zone here in the 4-hour chart. As you can see, it's all soggy, going up and down, and we had support and resistance, and I did say don't muck around in between, just trade off support and resistance, and that's what the market did also yesterday. Okay, so this sideways market is still powerful and strong. They bought at the bottom, and we'll see how that eventuates. So I hope that helps. Have a great day trading, and keep up to date with your trading specialists at your at the desk with Lewis's team. This week there are some news coming out, so be mindful on that, especially with Yellen speaking on Friday.